I'm Coach PK, and I'd like to tell you about my patented self-defense system. Now, there's a lot of systems out there that will protect you against bullies and muggers and other malefactors, and I've done all those kind of self-defense systems. I'm an old hand at that sort of a thing, but there's a new situation, and we need to be prepared. With this COVID-19 thing, we don't just have to defend ourselves against others, but more importantly, you've got to defend yourself against your own worst enemy, which is you. So with my patented system, Defense Against Self, I'm here to show you how to live a productive life in these dangerous times. That's right, you are your own worst enemy in this crazy upside down time we're living in. But I'm going to show you some techniques based on a system that I derived from my own coach, who so many years ago gave me these words of wisdom to live by, which were, don't be touching yourself, stop touching yourself. That's the basis of my Defense Against Self patented system, which I'm making available to you today. You can buy episodes for each technique separately, or we strongly encourage buying a subscription, and you'll get up-to-the-minute, up-to-date information, always in the loop with the newest techniques and technologically advanced approaches to protecting yourself in this dangerous time. So let's get right to it. What's the number one thing you hear all those experts saying all the time when they're telling you those public service messages about protecting yourself? They're saying, don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. Because that's the way the whole thing, goes. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But it's not. It's not simple at all. We are neurologically programmed to touch ourselves all the time. We got to stop that. So I have techniques to interdict that neurological programming so that you can maintain distance from your own self. And that's the essence of my Defense Against Self system. So let's get right to it. We're going to look at the number one technique, which is you're in a situation and you just can't believe how stupid the situation is, but that's life, that's the world we live in. And your first reaction, of course, is to smack yourself in the forehead. You go, I can't believe it, right? We do that all the time, all day long. All you've got to do is be around other people. Pretty soon you're smacking your own forehead.
How many times has this happened to you?
What? No, he didn't just say you should literally drink bleach? No, don't. Oh my God.
Let's see that again in slow-mo. Here comes the vector hand. Oh no, point of contact.
Yeah, see the vector's going up from your hand to your forehead. We've got to stop that. So here's the techniques. Now watch carefully. The first thing, our principle is self-avoidance. You got to avoid yourself. You got to divide your body into the parts that are the aggressor and the parts that are the defender. So your whole body is like a mixture of aggressor and defender. Now, in this instance, your hand, that's the vector, and the hand is going to be the aggressor, and your face is the defender. So what we've got to work in is the avoidance technique. Since the hand is coming up at this angle, I'll do it from the front, and then you can also see from the side, it's coming up in the semicircular arc. We've got to avoid this arc. Now you can't move forward because you're still in the arc, and you can't move backward because you're still in the arc, see? So you got to move to the side. Now the physics of it, the easiest way to avoid that is move left. If it's your right hand, you move left. If it's your left hand, you move right. So another angle, it's your right hand, you move left. Your left hand, you move right. And that's the first avoidance technique, is you just dodge, you're using the neck muscles. You can put a little rotation in, but you want to minimize for efficiency just the right amount. All you need is a few inches and your hand goes right by and the vector harmlessly passes past your forehead. That's the right hand, and here's the left hand. See, if I overdo it, it's wasted energy, and I might inadvertently lose my balance and end up touching myself. So you got to be efficient, just the right amount of avoidance, like that. And let's do it from the side. Right hand, you avoid to the left. Left hand, you avoid to the right. Seems simple, but you better practice it at home before you go out in public, or before you view any material on the internet or television which might cause you mental distress, which would result in the forehead smack. So let's once again review avoidance, avoidance. Now, to reinforce this, we're going to institute the blocking mechanism. Now, we're assuming that the vector is on the hand, though it really could be on the whole arm. So you want to treat both hands eventually as elements to avoid with your face. But for now, we're going to use the other hand as a blocking mechanism. So in addition to the avoidance, we're going to come in with a palm strike, pushing the vector arm away, creating more distance from your face. I'll just demonstrate. And the push, see, you're using the mechanism, your elbow and your shoulder, lateral motion, palm makes contact, and you don't need a lot of force, just a little bit. It's really not that difficult. And it might look like you're giving somebody some kind of a negative salute, but don't worry about that. It's really just defense against self. The other side, come up, palm comes up, come from the side. Just a little motion gets the job done, and you're safe to go on about your business. Now, let's combine these two, the avoidance and the block. So from head on, the right hand's doing this. Face slap, that's the aggressor. This is the defender. Avoidance and block. See how simple it is. Avoidance, block, hand go harmlessly past. Other side, avoidance and block. Avoidance and block. Let's do it from the side. Palm comes up, avoidance and block. Or this side, palm comes up from the left. We're going to avoid to the right. Avoidance and block. Avoidance and block. There you have our first example of how to defend yourself, the forehead smack. And we're going to show it now in a demonstration.
Let's see how our subject handles the situation now that she's completed her defense against self face palm training.
You gotta be kidding me. Now they're selling bleach cocktails? Ugh.
So, in conclusion, we have demonstrated technique number one, the forehead smack defense, and practice that, and we will go on to more advanced techniques next time. I'm Coach PK, and I'm here to help you with my patented defense against self system. Together, we're going to get through this difficult time. And remember, in the words of my coach, don't be touching yourself.